Welcome to the Explainer. Right now, the skies over South Asia are going through a massive, almost unbelievable transformation. We aren't just looking at nations swapping out old aircraft for shiny new ones. We're literally witnessing a complete evolution in military philosophy. Today, we're going to look at how stealth technology is completely rewriting the rules of engagement in one of the most closely watched regions on Earth.
Okay, let's dive into this. Think about it. Can a war actually be decided before a single shot is even fired? Well, for decades, military aviation was completely obsessed with pure speed and dogfighting maneuverability. But as we'll see today, the new paradigm relies on something entirely different, and that is invisibility. We are going to explore how the ability to strike while an adversary's radar screen is still completely blank might just decide the outcome of a conflict before that first shot ever happens.
So here is our roadmap for today. 1. The J35 stealth deal. 2. Invisibility over speed. 3. A broader defense ecosystem. 4. Shifting the regional balance. And 5. Balancing superpower relations.
Let's start right at the beginning. Section 1. The J35 stealth deal, a catalyst for change. The real spark for this whole strategic shift is an initial agreement for the Chinese Shenyang J35 stealth fighter. Based on reports from the South China Morning Post, Pakistan's Air Force has confirmed a cooperative agreement to acquire these very jets. Now, while the absolute fine print details of the contract haven't been made entirely public, defense circles are absolutely buzzing with a very real possibility, which is that initial deliveries could happen by the end of this year. If that timeline actually holds, Pakistan is about to abruptly join a highly exclusive, elite group of nations that operate fifth-generation stealth fighters. This isn't just an upgrade, it is a monumental leap in hardware that changes the fundamental math of regional defense.
Moving on to Section 2, Invisibility over speed, the tactical shift. Now, what's really interesting about this strategy is that it completely redefines what power looks like. Fifth-generation stealth warfare is all about prioritizing radar evasion and invisibility. The ultimate goal is to strike targets before you're ever even detected. In traditional conflicts, having numerical superiority, more jets, more missiles, was the absolute key to victory. But stealth flips that script entirely. It brings the focus squarely onto the element of surprise. The true power of a fifth-generation fighter like the J35 doesn't lie in how fast it flies, but in its ability to quietly bypass air defense systems and secure an advantage in the very first strike, completely undetected. And here is the kicker. The J35 does not operate as a lone wolf. It functions within a complete, network-centric combat environment. Step 1 involves the KJ500 Airborne Warning and Control System. Think of these as flying radars monitoring enemy aircraft and missiles from hundreds of kilometers away. Step 2 utilizes the H-219 air defense system to lock down and secure the operating airspace. And finally, Step 3 allows the J-35 to use all of that integrated data to strike its targets undetected. It's a fully integrated, modern aerial combat network working in absolute real-time synchronization.
All right, Section 3, a broader defense ecosystem.
And this brilliantly illustrates a massive leap in long-range precision strike capabilities. Recent tests have demonstrated the upgraded Fateh-I missile, which now accurately reaches a range of 400 kilometers. But even more striking is the Fateh-4. That one stretches the range to an incredible 750 kilometers. These weapons are specifically designed to accurately hit targets from a massive, safe distance, which essentially means conventional battle lines are being pushed far, far beyond actual borders. This ability to strike deep into adversary territory without ever getting close fundamentally alters the conventional battle balance.
But this modernization isn't just up in the sky. It extends all the way down to the sea. In the air, right alongside the J-35, there are continuous upgrades happening to the J-10C and the JF-17 Thunderjets. Plus, to avoid relying on just one single source, Pakistan has also joined Turkey's Khan fifth-generation fighter project. And beneath the waves, they're acquiring 8 new Chinese-made Hongor-class, or Type 039B, submarines, which are equipped with the Bobber 3 cruise missile and its 120-kilometer range. 2 of these submarines have actually already been handed over. The whole idea is to ensure that even if land or air assets are compromised, a heavily fortified second strike capability is waiting silently beneath the sea.
Let's look across the border in Section 4, Shifting the Regional Balance. We are literally watching 2 totally different defense strategies play out in real time. On one hand,
India currently maintains a numerical advantage and has heavily invested in highly capable 4.5 generation aircraft, specifically buying large numbers of French Dassault Rafales and relying on Russian Su-30s. But for its fifth generation needs, India is waiting on the development of its own domestic Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or AMCA. And as we know, domestic development takes significant time. On the other hand, Pakistan's counter strategy is to rapidly neutralize India's numbers advantage by quickly importing Chinese fifth-generation J35s while also partnering on the Turkish Khan project. It's a classic high-stakes race between long-term domestic development and rapid technological acquisition.
To put this into perspective, Vijender Tucker, a retired Indian Air Force officer, points out the immediate tactical problem here. He notes, and I quote, "Just 2 or 3 J-35 squadrons will become a major challenge, forcing India to divert Su-30 MKIs purely for radar detection. Because stealth jets are just so unbelievably difficult to track with ground-based radar, an opponent is essentially forced to tie up vast amounts of their own valuable air resources just to monitor the skies. It places a massive psychological and tactical burden right onto the adversary."
Let's move to our final point and see how this builds geopolitically. Section 5. Balancing superpower relations.
This sequence is basically an incredible real-time chess match. Check this out. When India acquired its fleet of Rafale fighters, China almost immediately responded by providing the J-10C to Pakistan to maintain that regional balance. Then, as China pushes the envelope even further by unveiling the J-35 export version, we see the United States step in, approving upgrades to extend the operational lifespan of Pakistan's American-made F-16 fleet all the way to 2040. It is a fascinating, escalating dynamic. Beijing actively monitors and adjusts the regional balance to assist Islamabad, while Washington carefully maintains its own strategic footprint in the area.
So, the crucial point is the ultimate paradox of this entire situation. Get this. The American approval to extend the lifespan of those F-16s happened on the exact same day that the first export model of the Chinese J-35 was revealed. It's an incredibly delicate balancing act. Islamabad is standing directly between two entirely different defense worlds, the US and China. By navigating this paradox, they're attempting to secure cutting-edge technology without becoming totally reliant on just a single superpower for their defense survival.
So what does this all mean for us going forward? As the skies over South Asia prepare to host stealth fighters, advanced flying radars, and long-range precision missiles, we really have to ask a difficult question. Will this pursuit of technological invisibility create a new deterrence that guarantees regional peace? Or is it simply going to accelerate South Asia's arms race for the next 15 years? It's a highly complex reality where the absolute power of being unseen is changing literally everything we know about conflict. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. I really hope this structured look at the data helped clarify exactly what's happening in the region. Keep asking questions, and I'll see you next time.